Hi guys, good to have you all back, and to all my new viewers, hello, welcome. My name is Margaret. I am from the Netherlands. I do paper crafting, junk journaling, vintage treasure hunting and such. Welcome to my channel and hope you'll stick around. Guys, for today's project, I have something sort of simple in mind, something that you can use in snail mail or happy mail, but that you could also use in your journal. So let me tell you what we're gonna make. When I send out my orders or happy mail, snail mail, I always want to add some paper goodies, some ephemera. So what I want to make is a small ephemera holder that you can use for happy mail, snail mail, but you can also add this to your journal. This is a very basic sort of prototype. I just made this for measuring and, see if it would work. I think it will. So let me show you. It's a sort of an accordion folder, not a harmonica folder, an accordion folder. Yes, so you open it up like so, and then when you open it up, you will have 4 pockets. Yeah, I forgot to make a closure. It will have a closure. It will be, decorated. It's going to be all lovely. So let me tell you what I'll be using today. It's going to be from a rather basic supplies, so I think everyone can join in, and all the sort of fancy supplies I will have an alternative for. So let's get started. The paper supplies that I'm using is scrapbook paper, any kind that you like, and then book pages. I think all of you will have access to this. If you don't have scrapbook paper, then other cardstock. It needs to be a little bit sturdier than normal paper. And book pages, well, we all have book pages. So these will be the sort of basis for this sort of folder. Then for decorating, I will be using washi tapes. I have some washi tapes that I'd like to use. I have these sort of sticker tickets and labels and such. I have lots of them, so I want to use these. These are from AliExpress. For a closure, I am using these sort of circles. These are cardstock circles that are, pre-made. If you don't have that, you probably don't, you're gonna need a circle punch. If you don't have a circle punch, you could also cut out a rectangle. That will also work. For attaching this circle, I am going to use brads. Yes, if you don't have brads, you can use glue as well. But I'll explain that once we get to this. I'm going to use bits and bobs, tickets, postage stamps, the whole shebang. I am going to use my corner rounder. And because, I just like that effect, not necessary. I'm going to ink a little bit, not necessary. Then, glue. You always need that. For the measuring and scoring and such, I am using a scoreboard. You don't need a scoreboard. If you don't have a scoreboard, then just, you need a ruler to measure it out. And for cutting, you can use your scissors. I am just going to use my sort of cutting machine. Yeah. I think that's basically it. So very basic supplies. The only things you might not have are these circles, a corner punch, and I think the rest you will have. So we're gonna start with the basis. So I'm picking out a sheet of scrapbook paper. You just need one to make 4. I really need to make about 40 because my orders are going out. So I'm going to be mass making all day. But with one sheet, you can get 4 of these. And I'm just gonna pick a rather sort of basic one. There was one with some sort of, I'm gonna pick this one. I really love this design. You can have flowers and frogs and, mushrooms, whatever. I'm going to do a very basic one because I want to decorate on here, and that's, that's why I like them to be. And this looks rather grungy. I prefer double-sided paper because when you open this booklet up, you'll see the inside. If you don't have double-sided, you can sort of distress it or, glue some other paper on it or stamp it or what have you. But, I'm thinking I'm using double-sided. So I have this sheet. The sheet is 12 by 12. Well, hopefully yours is 12 by 12 as well. What I want to do, I want to make strips of 3 inches. And that is why you can make 4 out of 1 sheet. So, you know, that is a good thing. I am going to have it this way. Why? I don't know. My gut tells me do it that way. This is not directional, so that is always sort of very handy. Oh, I love the dots on the other side. Forgot about the dots. So I'm just gonna make 4. Well, for now. I need to make a lot. I am very busy with my orders, and a lot of you have beautiful boxes full of lovely stuffs. So I want to add a little something. Looks like this is smaller. Yeah, just a tiny bit. That's odd. Don't you think it's odd? Yeah, well. Okay. Well, okay. I'm gonna put the smallest one to the side. Okay, let's just use 1 strip for now, shall we? Yes, don't confuse the ladies. Start with 1 strip. Put all the other ones aside. Okay, now for the scoring. Yes, I'm using my small scoreboard. Why not use the big one? I'm gonna use the big one. That's a much better idea. There you go. I'm using inches, guys. I am sorry if you're using centimeters. There you go. I'm going to make just 2 scores. One at 2 inches. Yep. And then one at 7.5. And then we'll be left with 4.5. So this is 2 inches, 5.5 inches, 4.5 inches. You score at 2 and you score at 7.5. Yes? Did you write it down? There we go. So that's the scoring and measuring for now. Then decide what is going to be your inside and what is going to be your outside. I want this to be the inside. It's lovely though. Folding this up and then folding this down. Ta-da! Base almost done. Next step is completely optional. I want to round my corners because I just like that. You don't have to round the corners. If you want to do something to the corners, you can also make, you know, just slant it, make small snippies. Be sure when you make the snippies that you won't make them further than the bit underneath. Yeah? So, I'm doing big ones here. Shall I do a smaller one there? Just to, you know, change it up a little bit. Yeah. There you go. I just like this effect a lot better. And then I am inking. Also, not necessary. I just like it to be even more grungy than it already is. So I'm inking all around the outside. I am also doing the back. If you are going to use this in your journal as a pocket or a tuck, yes, when you glue it in your journal, you can have it as a top loading pocket, as a side loading pocket, or as a tuck. So if you're going to glue it down, you don't need to ink all around here because nobody will see. Nobody. There you go. I am even going to distress the inside. Again, totally not necessary. I don't need to distress this because this is going to be folded up. And I even like to put some here. Ta-da! Okay, that is it for now for like this base. For the inside, I'm using book pages. You can also have magazine pages, digitals, any sort of paper. For the measurements, the most important thing is the width of the page. Yes, this is 3 inches. I want to fold these in and glue them together. And then this needs to be a tiny bit smaller than 3 inches. So you'll need at least 6.5 inches. And these are 6.5 inches, sort of almost. Yeah. So book pages. The length of the book pages, well, have them at least A5. But I'm going to cut them down a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 of these, 2 book pages. And I'm going to fold them in. Like so. Sort of 1/3 of the way. I'm going to line it up. And then I'm going to fold this over. Hopefully you can see. Yeah, this is 3 inches. You could measure it. You could have a dot like this is 3 inches. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller than the 3 inches because I want the pockets to fall inside of the base. Yeah? Does that make any sense? Hopefully. So I'm folding them like 1/8 of an inch smaller. But be sure that these overlap because we need to glue them down. There you go. For this I am using normal glue stick. Putting glue on this flap over here. Be sure not to put glue beyond this line, otherwise you'll glue your pocket shut completely. And we don't want that. Here's one. Let's do another one. Folding is in 1/3 of the way. There we go. And then again, make it into 3 inches. Well, smaller than. It would be nice if these two were like the same size. That would look awesome, yeah? Okay, again, gluing it. Oops. So now we'll have 2 of these. I'm gonna use 1 for now, yep. Okay. So I am taking out my small scoreboard because it takes up less room. This is 2 inches. We want to make a fold that is 2 inches. Yes. What I want to do is flip it over and then fold this piece up. So the stripe that is on here, the bits that you glue together, are on the bottom of your desk. So it's going to be folded up. I'm going to make a score line of 2 inches. Don't press too hard if you're using, these are sort of antique book pages. So I'm folding this up like so. Yes. And when we move this into the sort of cover, it'll be the same height. See? But this piece is too long. That's okay. I don't know how much too long it is, your piece, because I don't know how tall your book pages were. I'm going to mark it a little bit below the fold line. Yeah, lucky for me, I inked it, so it's very visible, so that's nice. I'm going to have like 1/4 of an inch lower. I'm just going to put a mark there. You don't really need to measure it. It just needs to be smaller than. Okie dokie. I'm using my paper cutter for this because very straight, very nice. There you go. Perfect. The script is upside down. I don't mind it because you won't barely see it when we are done, and I'm going to decorate it. So it will look a little bit like this. So basically what we have now is 2 pockets, one here and one there. So we need one more. So let's do the other one. For the other 2 pockets, we're using the other strip. With the first strip, I had the sort of glued line down. With this one, I'm going to have the glued line up. Yes, I'm going to explain why a little bit later. And I'm going to score it at 3 inches. So this one we did at 2, and this one we're doing at 3 inches. Again, carefully, carefully. Right, folding it up again, like so. And when we place it in here, this is absolutely way too long. What I want to do is sort of find the middle of this piece here, make a mark. You can totally measure it if you want to, if you are that person. But I'm just gonna eyeball it like so, and then cutting this off again. While I'm doing that, I'm going to explain why I am alternating with the line up and down. It's because there's always going to be one line visible and the other is going to be not visible. If we did that the other way around, then 2 of the lines would be visible, yeah, because this one we sort of disguised underneath. Okay, so I cut this down, and when we put it back in, see, like so, only one line now will be visible. That is the whole reason. Doesn't need to be this way, but you know, I'm sort of a person that likes to have things my way. So now we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. Yes, before I am going to glue everything down, I want to ink it. Because, you know, that is just me. I'm gonna ink the tops. I'm also gonna ink a little bit on the inside, because when you open the pockets up, I just find that sort of very attractive. And then a tiny bit on the outsides. And I'm going to do that to all the pockets, all the openings. Yeah. Now, before I'm gluing the pockets in, I want to make the closure, especially if you want to use the closure with a brad. If you want to use it with a brad afterward, it would be very difficult. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna flip this close, then put my circle like so. I'm going to use this side as the front. Going to have it sort of halfway, like here. I am taking an awl. You can take a pencil and then punch it sort of later. And I'm going to make a small hole in the middle of the circle. Yes, and then hopefully I already sort of marked. Yes, let me zoom you in. Also sort of marked over here. So I am going to make a bigger hole because the brad needs to come through, and a bigger hole here. Now before I want to put this down, I just want to, you know, decorate it a little bit. So I'm going to have a stamp on here. This is, I think, the exact same size. See? Just cute. Inking it, of course you are. That is black. Don't ink with black. Well, you could ink with black. Never do that, actually. I'm a bit scared of that. I'm using my brad. Is the hole big enough? It is now. So yeah, opening up the legs, I'm not going to pull it very, very tight because I want there to be a little bit of an opening left here. So don't do it very tight. Now we can close it like so. Ta-da! If you don't have a circle punch, you can, you know, sort of cut out circles. I'm rubbish at that. If you don't want to do this method, you just glue the lower part, but with very strong glue. But I just like this effect. If you don't want to do circles, you can do a square or a rectangle or, I don't know, any kind of shape. that you want. So this is the closure. Now we need to glue these in. For gluing, I'm just using glue stick. Yes, I am starting with the bottom one. Yeah. Opening this up, I need to glue down two parts. The first part I'm gluing down is the part that is going to go over here. Yeah. Do not glue the whole area, just sort of an inch in the middle. And do not be stingy with the glue. An inch in the middle. Yep. Lining it up at the bottom and the sides. Closing it up like so. Then I'm going to flip it all open, the whole bit, yeah. And I'm again gluing this bit an inch, the whole strip. So not the sides, do not glue these parts. Just in the middle. Yep. And then closing it up again. Good. Now for this bit. I'm going to start with the taller pocket. So I am flipping this over, putting glue the complete length, again like an inch wide. Yep. And then lining it up again, pushing it all the way to the bottom. Yep. And gluing it down. Now what I want to do is put glue not over here, because we don't need glue here, but on this part. So this is a little bit tricky because the brat is here and such, but you'll manage. You'll manage. Again, like an inch wide, only in the middle. Gluing it up. Now be sure to let it dry for a little bit before you pull the accordion / harmonica open. Oh, we need to, I forgot one bit, yes. We need to glue down one more bit. I was like, what's happening? Right, opening this up, again, inch in the middle. Did I do it right now? Hopefully I did. Let's see. We open it up. Ta-da! We have 4 pockets. Doesn't it look cute? Yes! I like it! And you close it up like so. Yep. And if you want an extra pocket, you can make an extra pocket on the back if you want to. Perfect. Let's start decorating. First I want to decorate the front because, you know, it needs to be pretty. So I have all these sort of sticker, label thingies. All very cute. It says WMC Holtz. Is that like an ancestor of Mr. Holtz? Well, let's use that one. I want to have this one on here and make some sort of a background with some washi tapes, I guess. I think I like that. These are stickers, but still I am going to ink it. If you don't have washi tape, you can use, you know, a piece of paper. I also have this. This is also washi. Sort of rubbish though. Yeah. Could be cute. I'm just gonna rip it like it's sort of script. Does that look nice? Well, we'll find out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, not angry. Not angry at all. Another piece of this. Yep. Something else on top of here? Yeah. Don't know what yet. but we'll figure it out. I'm just going to do some simple decorating, not anything fancy smancy. Am I doing this straight? There you go. We need a tiny bit here. Tiny labels, tiny labels. Do we have that? Probably do. Yes. And just a small one. Is that cute? Oh, it's two. You just need the one, lovely. There you go. Need something underneath. Do you hear my woohoo chair? It's that time again. Does it look cute? I think so. What I also want to do is decorate the inside a little bit. These bits, but then, you know, not really heavy, because probably I'm going to have cards in here that will stick out of the pocket, so you won't see a lot of it. I think I want to add one more thing to the outside. I'm thinking one of these. Yeah? Well, I say it's nice, so I'm going to put it on there. There you go. Just on this corner here. Yep, lovely. Okay, for the inside, I want to put something here. And then something a little bit on these pockets. Most of them will be filled and sticking out, so you won't see a lot of the decorating, but you know. Name of passenger from to. Oh, okay. I just really want to use up these sticker labels because ordered another set, love them, but I already have so many. I need to stop ordering on AliExpress. Yeah. But they have such nice things. Great. I really want to put something here. I'm guessing I want to use some of this tape. Yeah. Just gonna put something on. See, now the glued part is barely visible. I want to double tape it. You do? Yep. I have this smaller one in a brownish color. So I'm just going to put something over it. Now before I decorate the other parts, let's just fill it up and see what will look nice. I already picked out some bits and bobs. I want to put in some postage stamps. I also like receiving postage stamps. I'm sorry, lost for words. So I'm going to have this in the smallest pocket. I have a small ticket that goes in here as well. There you go. Then I have some labels. These are Michelle's, but have so many, so why not share them with you? Let's add one of these stickers. Oh, another Mr. Holtz. There you go. See, when you put stuff in, you don't really need to decorate it anymore. Let's do some vintage stuff. I have these tea cards from Verkade. These are very old. And a cigarette card from Captain Grant's. Okay. Most of my packages are going to go overseas, so I am adding a playing card with a Dutch windmill on here. Yeah, I thought that was a nice touch. And then in the tall pocket, I have these tall strips. Really nice for decorating. So, I'm gonna have these in here. We don't need a lot more decorating, do we? No, I have this strip left. Shall we do this behind here? Yep. Just a bit of covering up here. There you go. Ta-da! And you close it up. Like so. I'm going to add one more thing. If I can find it. It says handmade with love. As a small thank you. Ta-da! I have time for another one. Do you have time for another one? I need to make a gazillion. So yeah, let's just do the basics again, because maybe you'd like to see it again. Let's see that again. We still have these strips. I have a lot of these. There you go. I'm going to do some scoring. 2 inches. I want this to be the bottom. Yeah. 2 inches. Oh, this is my small scoring board. Then 7.5. Because I don't have a 7.5 on here, I'm going to do 4.5. Why? Because it's the same. There you go. 2 scores. 2.5, 7.5. Yeah, you following me? Folding it up. You could, you know, change it up and have this to be on the outside and the other on the inside. I'm not gonna. There you go. Sure that it is straight. I need to be mass making these today. I'm rounding my corners. Honey. I just want to do things too quickly. Don't do that. There's a piece of paper in here that doesn't want to come out. Yep, around the corners, we're gonna do the inking off camera. Then for the inside, yes, a book page. I'm going to fold it 1/3 of the way up, and then have it a little bit smaller than 3 inches. And there you go. I would like to have some glue. It's over here. Gluing these down. Now make 2 of these, yeah? You need 2. And there you go. I'm doing the bottom one first, so I'm gonna score this one at 2. It's gonna be at 2. Are you keeping up? Yep. Putting this in, making a mark. What I'm doing with this one, guys, I'm going to have this one a little bit lower than the previous one, because it was a little bit hard for me to put stuff in. I think I put this one a little bit too close to the top, see? Yeah, so I'm gonna have this one a little bit lower. I didn't ink it, so now I don't know where my line is. It's sort of over here. That's the line. I'm going to have it sort of a little bit over 1/2 inch lower. Yep. There you go. See, it's a little bit lower. Then the other one, I'm sorry, already scored it. You're gonna score this at 3. Yes, first one 2, second one at 3. You writing it down? I'm putting it in like so. I am going to cut off a tiny bit of this one because I made this one shorter and I really want them to be sort of spaced equally. I like things to be a little bit equal. So just the tiniest bit, like, you know, 1/8 of an inch taking a sliver off. Yep. Now, before I glue all of this down, let me show you the closure one more time. Yes, another one of my circles. Putting it at half. See, this is going to go halfway. And then making a small hole. Yes. Oh, I made it in the back one as well. That's okay. No police is coming by your house to arrest you because of it. No. That is not the middle at all, love. No, I know. I know. Let's stamp it first. Ta-da! Little bit of inking before we put it on. Another brad. I have these tiny ones. They're really, really cute. And there you go. One here and one here. Not too tight. Yep. And a closure. Another base. I'm inking it. Before I'm inking the tops of the pockets, I want to change it up. I'm going to make notches in them. Because I think that looks nice. And also it may be a little bit more handy to, hopefully it will fit in. To get your stuff out. Finish your sentence, love. Yeah, well, we're gonna do it in both. That's okay. Doesn't really matter. I cannot fit it in anymore. Doesn't need one in here because this is the lowest one. Then I want to make one in here. And here. So if you don't want the notch to be on both sides of the paper, make a notch before you glue them down. That would have been smart, yes. But you know, I just figured it out after I glued them down. Oh, that looks okay. So now I'm inking it. So, can you imagine? I need to make like 40 of these. I am trying to get everything finished, you know, packed and labeled this weekend, but I don't think I can make it. No. I was up at 7 in the morning already to start packing boxes and making everything pretty for shipping. And the last one. There you go. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah. I'm not doing this one because this one's going to be stuck down, right? Yeah. Okay. Now for the gluing down again. I think that this part is sort of important to do one more time. Starting with the bottom piece. Yeah. Gluing this piece down first. In the middle, 1 inch. Yes. Putting it in, straight up against the bottom. Gluing this down. Now when you glue this down, be careful not to glue it shut. That is very important. We made a notch here. I am going to put a little bit of glue on both sides of the notches, yeah? There you go. And then for this part, don't make a mistake again, love. No, I won't. I am starting with this part here in the middle. There you go. Gluing this one down. Then I'm going to glue this bit down. Or, well, you can start with these. Either or. Doesn't really matter. So, putting glue here again in the middle on both sides of the notch a little bit. That it will hold. And then gluing this part down. Okay, did I do it right this time, you think? Let's test it. Is everything glued down? Yes. See? Second time around. The 40th one will be like really, really nice. Great. So that's the base again. Do we have time for a little bit of decorating? Let's see. Well, my clock says yes, we can. So I've taken out another piece of these big washi tapes. I like them. They're, of course, AliExpress. No straight edges. There you go. Yep. And I've chosen this big one with a sort of a fern on it. That's a big one. Already inked it. Now, where can I find my pin? Nowhere to be found. Well, oh, it's here. Oh, my desk is a mess. There you go. There you go. While I have my pin here, I also want to do this one again. Can I do it over here? Yeah, let's do it on the other side. Little bit of inking. Just a bit. Just in case it has a little bit of white edges. These are not AliExpress. These are by a friend of mine, Sandra. She's on Instagram. Her account is Old Made Awesome. That's her creative account. And then she also has a shop like me where she sells these. It's O.M.A. verkoop. It's Dutch. But if you go to Old Made Awesome, there's a link to her shop. She doesn't have them in her shop all the time, but you know, when she has them, buy them. And I was thinking, this label. Yeah? Yeah. Little bit of inking. Do I have a piece of paper that I can glue on? Of course you do, lovey. Here you are. Holotype. Okay, well, it says botanical. Sort of botanical, right? Has a fern on it. Yes. Again, also this was handmade with love. And there you go. Let's do some decorating on the inside. Oh, what do we have? That is a little bit smaller. Oh, shall we have a tall one? But that looks nice. It has a hole, but it's not a hole. But I don't like that. It must have a hole now. So I'm going to use this one. I was looking for my smaller one, but you know, I cannot find anything at the moment. Have you seen Barbara's video? She's moved. She has a Barbara 49 Dragonfly. She's moved and she has like a very nice apartment now with a beautiful view and a big craft room. I am so happy for her. Yes. Why did I think about Barbara? I can't remember anymore. She just popped in my head. She just popped in my head. You just popped in my head, Barbara. Probably because we're not moving. No, we are not moving. I'm not gonna move here anytime soon. I love my home. But I will, however, be moving my craft room because it's getting too small. It is getting too small. Yeah, love that. Right? And I have pieces of this left, so I'm definitely going to use pieces of this. Let's have a little bit over here. Can we fold this over? Yeah. Yes, we can. And a little piece over here. Too tall. Just some bits. Yeah. Oh, I like these. And there you go. With some small labels. Yeah, sure. Those are always cute to have, these small labels. What does this say? September 26th, 1906. That is, well, a while ago. A while ago now. Cute, right? Yeah. Does it need anything? Ooh, it needs a stamp. I'm gonna stamp something on it. What? Don't know. Where's Mr. Tim Holtz? Let's just see. What can we stamp on here? I have all these numbers that all look nice. Or these numbers. Yeah. I'm not gonna have it in black because these are all sort of brownish colors. So I'm just gonna have it in, well, I'm guessing walnut stain. See? Much better. Much better. Better. Perfect. Another one done. Shall we look at the end result? I was a little bit cheeky, guys. I was, putting away my stamps and I was like, why? I can stamp some more. So I just, stamped some more here and there. See? Here and there. So yeah, the outside, the back has the sticker that says handmade with love. You open it up. I also stamped over here. And then you have all the lovely goodies. The postage stamp tickets, labels, the cards, the longer bits. There we go. And the other one, I added a little piece of washi because why throw it away if you can stick it there? Yeah. And a taller piece over here. And also filled this up equally with labels and the cards again. And the lovely card with the windmill. Yeah. So that's it. Well, for you, for me, not so much. I have to make a gazillion more. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you are one of the lucky persons who made a purchase in my shop, you'll get one of these. So congratulations. It is handmade with love. I'll be back again tomorrow, guys, with another video, a crafting video. I don't know what I'm going to do. Either I'm going to do the Rolodex ABC, or I really need to do something in the Horse Lovers Journal, but something really nice because I want to embellish. And embellishing is, well, one of my favorite parts to do. So I hope you'll join me again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you then. Bye, guys.